Good morning, my wonderful students. How are you? Today we are going to learn how to create a survey so we can ask questions, get the answers, and analyze the results. First, please go to your Google Classroom. I click on my waffle and I click on Google Classroom. So let's go to Mrs. Basili. And this is our learning plan for March and April. So we simply click on the Google Doc that Mrs. Basili shared with you. And let's go to today. So last week, this is everything that you should have finished. I'm still waiting for a lot of students to finish the survey from Wednesday. I'm also waiting for some students to finish the quiz from Friday. So please click on all the links, watch the videos, and make sure that you finish the quiz and the survey. Let's go down to today. Today is Monday, March 23rd. Our goal today is to create a survey with Google Forms. Let's click. Please repeat after me. How to create a survey. Google Forms. Number 1, repeat this. Think of 3 to 5 questions. Your turn. Number 2, write the questions on your Google Doc. Let me show you where I wrote my questions. I'm going to open my Google Doc from semester 2. Oh, goodness. Okay, here we go. So please write the goal for today in your Google Doc. All right, so now to make my survey, I have to think of my questions and write them on my Google Doc. This is my Google Doc. So Mrs. Basili, I thought of 5 questions. Number 1, do you have the internet at home? Do you have a computer at home? I went to Google Classroom in these classes. So for this question, I'm asking people to select the classes that they have visited in Google Classroom. If you did not go, do not select them. I finished schoolwork for the following classes. So did you finish Mrs. Basili's? Check yes or no, Mr. U, Miss Sabke, Miss Rebecca, and Mr. Rosenblum. Today, my plan is, this is where I ask you to think, what will you do today so that you can finish your schoolwork in the following classes? For example, you could say, first, I plan to go to Google Classroom in Mrs. Basili's class. Second, I plan to click on the links to watch the video. Okay, so you're making a plan for completing your schoolwork. This is Mrs. Basili's survey. Now, Mrs. Basili is asking these questions because I think it's important for me to know this as your teacher. When you think of questions, you need to think of questions that are important to you as a student or as a friend or as a family member. Okay, let's look at the instructions again. Think of 3 to 5 questions. Yes. Write the questions on your Google Doc. Yes. Now, number 3, repeat after me. Copy and paste the questions one by one in Google Forms. Okay, so I click on this link. Oh, hello, Google Forms. Beautiful. Now, to start a new form, I have to click on the plus. So I click plus. I'm going to make a new form. The title of my form is nothing. So title your form. Click. I'm going to write survey and then Mrs. Basili because that's my name. For your survey, write survey and then Anthony, or survey Nasser, survey Zacharias, survey Clownine, survey Alamitu, survey Randy, survey Aslin, survey Anna Michelle Chala, survey Michene, survey Eliani, survey Emily, survey Jose Tomas. Write your name. Woohoo, there. Okay, now when I click here, it automatically copies. No problem. Great. So now I need to add my first question. I go to my Google Doc, and my first question is right here. So I copy, Control C. I click on my survey. I click where I want my question, and I paste, Control V. Interesting. The possible answers for do you have internet at home are yes or no. Very easy. Why don't I add yes, but my internet is slow. Okay, so you have 3 options for an answer. To add another question, simply click the plus. See, it says add question. Oh, wow, how helpful. Click. Now, I have added a question. So let's go to my next question, and it's right here. Control C, copy, click. Control V, paste. Do you have a computer at home? Yes, no, or yes, but it does not work. Yes, but it does not work very well. So you choose yes, I have a computer. No, I don't have a computer. Yes, but it does not work very well. So Mrs. Basili can help you fix that problem. Let's go down. How do I add another question? Simply click the plus. Hello. Good. Plus. I go back to my Google Doc and I copy my question. Control C. I go to my survey and I paste, Control V. Now, this is a different kind of question. For this question, I have a lot of answers. So I'm going to copy my answers, Control C. I go back to my survey. Now, since it is possible to choose more than one, I have to change the answer format. If I choose checkboxes, then it allows the person to choose more than one. I pasted my answers, so now you can choose that I did Google Classroom. I went to Google Classroom in Mrs. Basili's and Mr. U, but maybe not Miss Sabke, Miss Rebecca, or Mr. Rosenbluth. Or you can choose I went to Google Classroom in Miss Rebecca, and I didn't do any others. Okay. Let's add our next question. How do I add it? Bing bong plus question. Now this is a really important question. Control C, copy. Go to here, Control V, paste. Now, it automatically tries to create a format for the answers. I don't like this format. I prefer my checkboxes. So let me copy my possible responses, Control C, survey, And I'm going to click checkboxes because I prefer checkboxes. Boop. I click on option 1, Control V, paste, and look. Ah, so beautiful. Oopsies. Mr. Rosenblum teaches science. I forgot. I didn't forget. I just forgot. Okay, good. Now, I have my final question. Today, my plan is Control C, copy. Go here, and then a plus. Now, my plan, I am asking the person who takes my survey, please write your plan. Please write your plan. So you need space to write your plan. So I'm going to choose paragraph form. So when they respond, it is a longer answer. Okay, so I have all of my questions. Now, what does it say to do next? Copy and paste, check. Number 4, choose an answer format. Yes, I chose an answer format. Sometimes we did multiple choice, sometimes we did checkboxes, and sometimes we did a long answer text with a paragraph. Check. Number 5, make all questions required. Okay, this is really important because we want answers to every single question. If they are not required, then sometimes the people will not respond. And it's really important that I receive my responses. How do I make it required? Click. You see this bottom thing? It says required. Right now it is not required, but if I click it, required. Ha ha ha. Click on this one, required. Let's click on the next one, required. Click on the one, required. Click on this one, required. Now, I prefer to have numbers on my questions, so I'm just going to add numbers for number 1 for my questions. Number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Great. Let's check. I made them all required. Ooh, I get to send the survey. Excellent. So I click on my survey. Easy peasy. Click send, people. Boom. Click. Now, I'm going to automatically collect their email address. So in case I have a question or I want to reach out to them, I know who wrote what question. So email to, I'm going to write it to all of my students. Aslin, Eliani, Anthony, Jose Tomas, Emily, Souza, Nasser, Ana Michelle Chalas, Nishine, Zakaria, Clownin, Alamitu. Anyone else? Okay. So I'm going to include the form in my email, and now I will send it. Send. Perfect. Now they will receive, or you will receive, an email with this survey. So please take the survey today and then start to think about creating your very own survey. We will analyze the results later. At this point, it's important that you follow the steps to create a survey that is meaningful to you and that will give you answers that you really need in this moment. If you have questions, please email me, text me, call me, WhatsApp, and I will be happy to respond. Have a wonderful day.